Let's watch this video.
2023 was the year I fully committed to decluttering my entire house. I went from a borderline hoarder into a minimalist-ish. Hear me out. I use the term minimalist lightly as I do think that there's this notion about minimalism and just minimalists in general that they basically own nothing. While some minimalists literally have a bed in their bedroom, that is not me. I am still on my minimalism journey and I have more than the average minimal mom. So I wanted to just preface this by telling you two things. One, I never envisioned in a million years to have a minimal home. I loved shopping when I was younger and I would honestly spend $700 paychecks on clothes when I was 13. Ask my mom, she can attest to this. The second thing is what minimalism means to me. So to me, minimalism is learning to let go of the things in your home and learning to live with less, not nothing, while also being very intentional about what you allow into your home, knowing that everything in your home is something you have to manage. To me, it's creating a calming space that you love to come home to, enjoying experiences over things, having a simplified home so you can just get your time back to do the things that you truly love. I am here today to tell you my story.
This is exactly how I would describe the advantage of following a minimalist sort of home decoration organization. If we are going to have artificial homes, which is what a home is, a house, if we are going to have clothes, if we are going to have vehicles, if we are going to have some kitchen appliances, those should be in our lives to simplify them, to make them more suave, easy on us, so that we can give back time to being with whom we love.
When I first went down the rabbit hole of minimalism, I was fascinated by this different way of living, and I very soon realized that minimalism is different for everybody. Learning to live with less is a new way of thinking, but it has the
I love what you wrote there.
is different for everybody.
Remember, your home didn't get filled with stuff in a day, and it won't be in a day as well. Yeah, it's like with healing. It took a long time to basically unsupport your body, your hormones, your nutrition, your everything. And with your house, the same. You can start today, tomorrow, in a couple of weeks when you feel like it, when you have the mind for it. And if in that day you only take out 5% of what you have in your house and you're like, I still have 95 to go, don't worry, you already went 1 out of 20. 1/20th is done. That's quite a lot. That's a significant change to do in a single day or a weekend.
Learning to live with less is a new way of thinking, but it has the ability to completely transform your life.
It's basically to understand that having so many clothes, so many gadgets, so many pillows, so many duvets or whatever is not going to improve your life. It's an illusion that the consumerism, the ads, the publicity, this society has filled our heads with, that you should get more and more in order to feel more at peace with yourself, and nothing could be further from the truth. To be truly at peace with yourself, you need mineral electrolyte balance, and you need a proper nutrition full of nutrients and with zero anti-nutrients. That's what primal is.
Taking you from an overwhelmed mom with no time at all to being less overstimulated and having more time and patience for your family and to do the things that you love to do. Did you know that the average American household has 300,000 items in it? It's no.
Yesterday I managed to take out, was it one? Whatever, I took 1 or 2 items out of my the countertop of where I wash my hands in the bathroom, from the bedroom, and I was looking like, how many do I have now? And I have like 5 items now on that countertop, which are things that I use every single day, because I had there something. Yeah, it was one item, but I was so happy. It was an item that I never used, and it was there every single day. I never used it. What was it doing there? Nothing. Because I was convinced I was going to, if I use, put it in the drawer. If you eventually use it, at least it's in the drawer. It's not taking up counter space, and space is not just in terms of touch, is most of all visually, mentally.
It's no wonder we are overstimulated and overwhelmed in our homes. Furthermore, of those items, we only use about 20% of them regularly, which means you could learn.
Yeah, this applies to basically all of life. Yeah, like for example, washing your car. 80% of what is visually measurable in terms of the dirt that is in the car, it takes like 20% of the time to wash. It's like 1 minute and a half. 80% is gone, especially if it was full of mud and whatnot. But then the minimal details, those quirks and tiny, that's why it's called detailing. They take up around 80% of the time. And yes, why keep things in your house, in your car, in your pockets, in your purse, in your wallet, in your phone, that you haven't used in a year and will probably not use this year? I mean, if you use it 20% of the time, 10% of the time, 5% of the time, even 1% of the time, keep it. You use it, you need it. But if not, if it's zero in terms of 1 year, 2 years, I mean, yeah, it's time for it to go.
Live with 80% less of the stuff in your home. These are the statistics that stood out to me while I was researching the idea of minimalism. I think my entryway makeover is a prime example of why I was an overstimulated mom. Check out this before and after.
But now, where do you put the the coats and the shoes? I don't get it. Um, I personally like there's in Ikea and a bunch of other places some things that like have some metal brackets. I don't know how you say in English, that go up here and up here, and then it has a bunch of hooks and a bunch of hooks. And then you can put like 6 jackets here, but it is a single like piece of furniture. The thing is, it went to better looking but less functional. I would not approve of this. Unless you manage to put them in, for example, the door with some hangers. There are some hangers that you can glue, very strong glue. Ikea also has those in the back of the door, and it's kind of hidden. Like I actually recommend that also for your bedroom, as in you go to sleep and instead of leaving your clothes on top of a chair or whatever, you just leave it in a hanger in the back of the door. So every time the door is open, nobody can see those.
Looking at one cause you more stress and anxiety, because I know this to be true for myself. And I'm so happy that I filmed this all and brought you guys on the journey in 2023 when I first started, as I can look back on this and think, wow, it is.
Yeah, I do agree that painting your furniture or your walls, everything in lighter colors will give your house a lighter feeling. I like this floor. It's perfectly neutral, not too dark, not too light. Walls are in beige. My mother would love this because it's not too pale. It gives some warmth to the house. And then the doors in white. Sure, this is a mixture of this and this. Perfectly fine. Some people like to get rid of all the colors that are this deep unless they're like a royal blue, which even though it's very little in terms of brightness, it's a very striking color.
Crazy how much I have gotten rid of.
Imagine a furniture table like this wood, like in oak or something, with give more lightness. Like, why don't you put like either a mirror or a big painting right here? It would look way much more lively. I agree with minimalism as a base, but then I think you should add some color. Some people like to add like pillows with some fancy colors. Some people like to have a huge painting. You can paint it yourself. Go to the whatever, I don't know where you call there in your country, but in mine you can go just to a place and they have basically everything that you might need, uh, and it's very cheap. It's like AliExpress, like in a physical store, and you get like a giant canvas for like what, 30, $50, something like that. You buy a bunch of acrylic paint. I mean, oil is not very cheap, and just have some fun in the balcony. Put some newspapers on the bottom or something to make sure. Some people actually like to paint over MDF, those very thin, like 3 millimeter wood boards, and horizontally, like on the top of a table. You can have a lot of fun actually decorate, or just have a picture of you, your family in a nice, happy moment. Thanks for watching.